Hello and welcome to this commentary on why the West did not respond when Pakistan's politicians threatened the use of nuclear weapons against India. Before I go any further, please press the subscribe button and log on to our YouTube channel. I am Surya Gangadharan, and this is a question I have in my commentary: why the West stayed quiet when Pakistan's politicians threatened the use of nuclear weapons against India. Now, one of the arguments is that this region is not very important for the West, and therefore they didn't respond as quickly as perhaps when Putin threatened the use of nuclear weapons in Ukraine. But if that is the case, then does that mean that this billion-plus region with so many people does not matter? The human lives don't matter here? That's food for thought. And the other argument is that the West does not really like the kind of India they see these days. It's not what they've seen over the last 70 odd years, rather quiet, perhaps even submissive India, one that doesn't really rock the boat. But we've seen that in the last decade at least, or perhaps the last 7-8 years, that India has increasingly questioned the West. It has refused to go along with the world on Russia's invasion of Ukraine. It continues to buy oil from Russia despite sanctions, and has even struck a deal with the US on that. It refuses to militarize the Quad against China, and so on and so forth. So this is one set of arguments. The other is that the West is also increasingly perhaps getting concerned about their dependence on Indian talent, Indian brains, Indian people. If you look at some of the top Western companies in the US, they're run by Indians. You look at some of the top earners in the US, they're Indians. So clearly they have an issue there. And the manner in which India has behaved in the last few years perhaps has given them cause to have concern that India may emerge the next China, which explains some of the narrative in the US that India should not be given high technology, nor should it be allowed to rebuild and expand its manufacturing base to a point where perhaps it could even get as good as China or rival the West. So these are some of the issues that we need to think about when we look at the West, we look at India, and we look at other parts of the world. That something is not quite right in the India-West narrative. And this is something that we, especially India, here in India, need to look at very closely. That's all I have in this commentary. Thank you for signing in and for subscribing to our channel. Good day.